Hi, welcome to another video tutorial in which I'll be taking you through what cloud storage is and a comparison between cloud storage and local storage. So what is cloud storage? So cloud storage is storage where we're saving user data onto a remote machine or a remote server instead of locally on the user's computer. Okay, so we're storing data on a remote machine instead of locally. And what this practically means is that I've got my computer here, say, not a particularly good drawing, but never mind, and I'm connected via the internet to, say for example, Google servers. As I'm editing, for example, a letter or a spreadsheet, all of my edits are sent via the internet to Google servers, and then they're processed and saved on storage devices and Google servers instead of locally on my machine. So they're connected via the internet and we're saving documents on Google servers and not my PC. And the secondary storage devices that companies use who are providing cloud storage systems are they're mainly using magnetic storage devices, but increasingly using solid-state storage. Now, as the price of solid-state storage comes down, it becomes more economically viable to invest a lot of money in solid-state storage, and that comes with some benefits. So users could access the data more quickly than if it's stored on magnetic hard drives, for example. So we're using magnetic disks and increasingly solid-state hard drives to store user data on remote servers with cloud storage. So now what I'm going to do is take a look at the pros and cons of cloud storage when we compare it to local storage, which is what's traditionally used to save user data when using a computer. So one of the clear advantages of using cloud storage is that the user can access their data on any compatible computing device which has an internet connection. Okay, so we can access our data on any device with an internet connection. So for example, if I save a file to Google Drive, I can access it on my desktop computer, I can access it on my mobile phone, I can access it on my laptop. So I can access it on any compatible device with an internet connection. Another benefit is that we can easily share our data with other users of the same service. Before cloud storage, if I wanted to share a Word document, for example, with a teacher, I would have had to save it to a USB thumb drive, give the thumb drive to the teacher, they plug it into their computer, copy it across to their local hard drive. With this, I can just press one button, type in their email address on something like OneDrive or Google Drive, and then the teacher can automatically see the document on their computer, so it enables much easier sharing of data with other users. So easy sharing of data. Another benefit to users when they're purchasing a computer is that it reduces the need for lots of secondary storage in their computer, and therefore reduces the upfront cost of that computer. So for example, we've got Chromebooks nowadays which have very little secondary storage built in because they're using cloud storage, and this makes them much cheaper this is one of the reasons why they're much cheaper than a traditional laptop. And another benefit is that it increases the amount of storage available to users. So a lot of services these days will offer the option to have unlimited storage, quote unlimited storage, because obviously it cannot possibly be unlimited, but this is a vast amount of storage that's available to users compared to what they would have had if they're just using local storage on their own computer. And the final point is sort of related to what the points that we've already covered with regards to the amount of local storage you need, is that it will save space on your local machine. So if you do have a local machine with lots of storage space available, then the amount of storage that's taken up by your documents and spreadsheets and PowerPoints and things like that is going to be reduced, and this will enable you to have more local storage available for games and other files that cannot be easily stored in the cloud. Okay, so now let's have a look at some of the negative points, disadvantages about cloud storage. So one of them is if your data is only stored on remote servers, then you can only access it when you have an internet connection. Okay, so your data is only accessible when the internet is available for you to use. Another disadvantage is that data read and write speeds can be affected by your internet speed. So if you've got a very slow internet connection, you're not going to be able to save data to the cloud as quickly as you would to your local machine. Another disadvantage is cost. If your cloud storage service that you're using requires you to pay a subscription fee, then the long-term cost of that storage solution may be more than a local hard drive. Another disadvantage is that you're reliant on the company that's providing your storage service. So if that company went out of business, your data may be lost, as they wouldn't be able to keep their servers running. Another disadvantage is that someone else who you've shared your data with on the cloud storage service that you're using could share your data inappropriately with someone who you don't think should be able to see it. And the final disadvantage then that I've come up with is the increased security risks associated with storing data in this way. For example, if your user account details for the cloud storage service were compromised, and someone else found out what your password was, for example, then your data may be available to someone who isn't supposed to have it. Okay, so increased security risks, for example, your password gets stolen. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video on cloud storage. I hope that's given you something to think about in terms of the pros and cons of cloud storage compared to local storage, what cloud storage is, etc. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them as best I can. Okay, thanks for watching.